Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the AFC North this season, you've probably noticed that things are heating up, and not in the way many expected. The Cleveland Browns, a team that has been steadily building, suddenly made a move that's causing ripples across the division, trading quarterback Joe Flacco to their division rival, the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right, just ahead of Week 6, the Browns decided to send Flacco, a veteran with plenty of experience, to Cincinnati, and this move has ignited a lot of debate, a lot of questions. Why would Cleveland do something like that? What does it say about their plans for the season? And most importantly, what could this mean for their quest to reach the Super Bowl? To understand the full picture, we need to go back a bit and look at the context of this move. The Browns, coming off an impressive offseason, went into the season with high hopes. They invested heavily in their roster, with a focus on strengthening the offense, and especially the quarterback position. Yet, as we've seen so far, the season hasn't gone entirely as planned. Injuries, inconsistent performances, and some tough losses have put them in a position where they're trying to find stability. The trade of Flacco to Cincinnati, a division rival, is one of those bold, unexpected moves that can shift the entire narrative. The trade itself was quite straightforward. Cleveland sent Flacco, along with Detroit's 2026 sixth-round pick, to the Bengals in exchange for a 2026 fifth-round pick. It might seem like a small swap in terms of draft capital, but the implications are much larger. Flacco, a seasoned veteran, has had a long career, and he's known for his leadership and experience in the pocket. For the Bengals, bringing in Flacco could be seen as a way to add depth to their quarterback room, especially with their starter, Joe Burrow, sometimes battling injuries or dealing with pressure. For Cleveland, however, it's a move that raised eyebrows, especially because it's not every day you see a division rival pick up a quarterback who was, until recently, part of your team. Now, what's truly fascinating is the reaction from the division. Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin didn't hold back when commenting on the trade. He openly criticized the Browns, saying, "To be honest, it was shocking to me." That's a pretty strong statement coming from someone who's seen plenty of NFL moves over the years. Tomlin went even further, questioning the logic behind trading a quarterback that Cleveland thought enough of to start at the beginning of the season. He remarked, "Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area." Those words echo the surprise and some confusion within the league about Cleveland's decision. But of course, Kevin Stefanski, the Browns' head coach, was asked about it, and he chose to be diplomatic. He simply said, "Yeah, I don't have a comment on that," when pressed on the trade. That's typical Stefanski, cautious, focused on his team's game plan, and not wanting to reveal too much about internal roster decisions. Interestingly, Stefanski admitted after the trade that he was caught off guard, saying, "The Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. They called us and it happened very fast." That quick turnaround shows how unpredictable NFL roster moves can be, especially when teams are trying to adapt to the game's demands in real time. Flacco himself, the veteran quarterback, was also surprised but took the news in stride. He told reporters, "Crazy business. You have to be ready for anything," that's what it was. His attitude was professional. He recognized the league's nature, always changing, always unpredictable. Flacco, who has been around the league long enough to understand that, went on to say, "I didn't have this on my list of things that were going to happen. But that's this league. I love to play football. If that's in Cincinnati right now, I'm all for it." And in Week 6, Flacco got his chance to step into the starting role for Cincinnati, completing 29 of 45 passes for 219 yards and throwing 2 touchdowns in their game against the Green Bay Packers. Despite the loss, Flacco showed that he still has the ability to compete at a high level. and that move to Cincinnati might turn out to be an interesting chapter in his career. Now, from Cleveland's perspective, this move might seem like a gamble, a bit of a shakeup in their quarterback room, but it's also a sign that the Browns are looking to fine-tune their offense and focus on the future. Kevin Stefanski has been clear that he intends to continue calling plays, emphasizing that the team needs to improve across the board, in coaching, in execution, in scheme. He said, "Yeah, I'm going to keep calling plays, but I want to stress that we have to get better in so many areas, and that includes coaching. That includes how we teach our guys, how we put them in different formations, the ways you run the ball, ways you pass the ball, all of the above." The Browns are aware that they need to elevate their offensive performance, especially with Dillon Gabriel under center, trying to find his groove and become more comfortable in this NFL environment. Gabriel, a promising young quarterback, has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been an issue. The Browns' coaching staff recognizes this and is committed to helping him develop, giving him the tools and the confidence to lead this offense effectively. The move to trade Flacco, then, could be seen as a strategic decision to clear the way for Gabriel to grow and to build a more cohesive offensive attack. It's about creating stability, trust, and rhythm, especially as they face tough opponents ahead. But beyond the immediate tactical reasons, this trade also speaks to the larger picture of the Browns' ambitions. Cleveland has been building a team that's capable of competing at the highest level, with a roster that features talent on both sides of the ball. The defense has been solid, and the offense, with players like Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper, has the potential to be explosive. The question has always been about consistency and execution, especially at the quarterback position. With Flacco now in Cincinnati, the Browns are probably looking at options to develop Gabriel further, to see if he can be the guy who leads them deep into the playoffs. And let's not forget, Browns fans, the AFC North is a division that's historically tough, fiercely competitive, and full of surprises. The Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals are all hungry, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. The Steelers, under Mike Tomlin, have been known for their stout defense and disciplined play. The Ravens, always a threat with a dynamic offense and a tough defense, are looking to bounce back after some rough patches. The Bengals, with Joe Burrow and their talented core, are trying to solidify their place at the top. Cleveland, with this bold move, is signaling that they're not backing down, that they're willing to make aggressive decisions to stay competitive and chase that elusive Super Bowl title. This division is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. The Browns are no longer just building, they're making moves that could redefine their trajectory. The trade of Flacco might be just one piece of a bigger puzzle, a signal that Cleveland is willing to shake things up, to take risks, and to be bold in their pursuit of greatness. It's a testament to the team's confidence and their desire to push forward, no matter what the critics say or the league's chatter. Now, looking ahead, the Browns have plenty to focus on. Improving their offense, especially their passing game, is priority one. Stefanski's commitment to calling plays and adjusting schemes shows they're serious about evolving and fixing what's not working. They have talented players to work with, and the coaching staff is determined to get the best out of them. The challenge now is to maintain focus, to keep the team united, and to execute better on game day. The AFC North won't wait, and every game becomes more critical as the season progresses. And of course, Browns fans, the biggest question is, how will this move impact their playoff chances? Will trading Flacco to Cincinnati give the Bengals an advantage? Or will Cleveland's focus on developing their younger quarterback and refining their offense pay off in the long run? That's what makes this season so fascinating. Every move, every decision, seems to carry weight, and Cleveland's willingness to shake things up shows they're committed to fighting for every inch on the field. They're not just playing for today, they're building for a future where they can contend for a Super Bowl once again, with a roster that's hungry, talented, and ready to prove they belong among the league's elite. So, Browns fans, keep your eyes peeled and your spirits high. This team, despite the surprises and the tough moments, still has a lot of potential. The season is far from over, and with each game, they're learning, growing, and pushing toward that goal of championship excellence. The trade of Joe Flacco to Cincinnati might just be a catalyst for something bigger. It's a bold statement. Cleveland is here to compete, to fight, and to chase that Super Bowl dream with everything they've got. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. Do you believe this move will help them reach the postseason, or does it open up new challenges? Whatever your view, we want to hear it. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest Cleveland Browns news. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team through thick and thin. The journey to another Super Bowl run is still alive, and every decision, every game brings us closer to that ultimate goal. Thanks for being part of this family, Browns fans. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.